Hi everybody, welcome to this seminar. My name is Patrick Kalle, International Director for Business Development for Farouk Systems. I'm really proud to present to you this beautiful collection called the Vintage Collection. And the first haircut, the cut where I'm going to focus on, is called the Vintage Frame. It's a frame around the face where everything is happening. On the left side you can see the vintage frame, and a little bit inspired from the 70s, where we work with middle parts, a lot of movement, no connection between the fringe and the sides. That gives us that really romantic look out of the 70s. The sectioning is with 3 triangles. The first triangle is in the fringe area. It's a little bit wider than we normally section a fringe, but the point is a little bit higher, so almost to the apex, and a little bit wider. And then of course we have 2 zones here in the back. The beginning of this haircut is the area of the fringe, and as you can see it's not connected, so that's actually where we're going to start. We're going to start off with a middle part, and then we have a left and a right side, and then we start on the left side, but our body position and cutting direction is on the other side. So it's a complementary cutting technique with a perpendicular distribution. So we start off by taking the middle part. There you go. Then we take our first parting, which is diagonal. We're going to position ourselves on the other side of the fringe. Distribute the hair with a perpendicular distribution. That means that if we put the ridge of the comb in the parting, the teeth of the comb show you in which direction we have to distribute the hair. Project the hair medium, and we cut parallel to our fingers. That's how we cut the left side. And we position ourselves on the other side to cut the right side. So we take diagonal backward partings, or on the side you see it's diagonal to the back, to the left. We take perpendicular distribution, so we use the comb to distribute perpendicular, and we position our fingers parallel to the parting. The last section, we bring all the hair to that stationary design line, using the fine side of the comb for a nice distribution. Also here perpendicular distribution, medium projection. Make sure you see your guideline, and we cut behind our fingers. What you can see automatically now is the movement from short to long, but when we comb this in a natural fall, it will be automatically the other way. You see that the fringe, the only direction it wants to move is away. So on the left side you see the beautiful movement of that fringe who likes to move away from the face, from the middle part. The other way, the other side, we're going to mirror the technique. That means that we're going to start taking small sections, diagonal backwards, and we continue working to the other side. So we're going to position our body again on this side, on the left side. We take our parting diagonal. We can take, of course, a little guideline from a middle part, and we distribute the hair again perpendicular, using the fine side of the comb, and again a medium projection, so not too low, not too high, but medium. Distribute the hair. Make sure you always see your guideline, and we're lucky we can see the guideline from the other side. Now we use the razor overhand, and we move the razor parallel to your fingers. There you go. Next parting, also diagonal to the back. Distribute the hair with the fine side of the comb. Really important is to position your fingers parallel to the parting. So when your partings are good, your finger position will be good. Use the razor overhand this time, and we cut parallel to our fingers. Do not move your finger, but keep it stable in the stable line. And automatically you can see that the line gets longer to the right side now. If I comb the hair in the middle part, you see automatically what's happening with the hair. The only way it wants to go and direct is outwards. After creating the beautiful fringe, we're going to start working at the top area. And this is the area where we're going to create the horizontal layering. Important horizontal layering, because our form line here will be also horizontal. So automatically you want to create horizontal layering at the interior part. So we start from the sides. Our length reference is of course the length from the fringe. Here you can see that beautiful graduation. Works all the way to the top, and I'm going to use at the apex the length of the apex to create this square layering technique. Release the first section. You take horizontal partings, and horizontal partings on a round sculpt means also that the line is softly rounded parallel to the floor. Bring the hair to the top, make sure you see your guideline, and you always can take a little snip with you to see the guide over there. And then it's really important to take away the pressure off your shoulders. See your guideline, bring it back to the sculpt, and we use a point cutting technique at the top. See your line? You continue working with horizontal partings and a stationary design line at the top. Make sure you see your guideline, you bring it back, and we use a point cutting technique. The sections can be a little bit larger than normal by graduations. If you see your guideline, that's the size of your parting. This is the last one, as you can see here. Bring it all the way to the middle area. Take the fine side of the comb as last. Make sure you see your guideline. We use our pointing technique. And this really gives me that square bulk way of layering. If I comb this down, you can see automatically that the layers will move horizontally. On the other side, we're going to do exactly the same technique. We're going to mirror the technique by using the middle part as my guideline. So first the fringe, second the horizontal layering, and now it's time for the exterior area. Distribute the hair in a natural fall distribution, and we start in the middle of the nape, and we're going to project the hair in a low projection. Low projection means that we project hair beneath the 45 degrees, and the way I'm holding it right now is already 90 degrees, so you have to imagine that we're less than half, and then we are about to have this point. Make sure that your knuckle is touching the nape of the client. There you go, in that position, and then we're going to cut above our fingers in a diagonal line using the fine side of the comb. The graduation will always give us a little ridge line. And that little ridge line is over here, and that one gives me again the texture what I like to achieve. So we're going to work with a mobile design line, that means a traveling guide, until we reach area behind the ear. The sides will be slightly brought to the back. So the next section, distribute the hair in a low projection using the fine side of the comb. Make sure you see your guideline. We cut not further than a second knuckle and connect the bottom parts. Again, when you work on your client, the knuckle is probably touching the nape area here or the shoulder area. So continue taking vertical partings, and we use a cross check. So that means if you cut something vertical, you always can check your ridge line horizontal, and then the line needs to be nicely connected. So the last section, as you can tell here, just behind the ear, I'm going to distribute the hair slightly to the back, and that gives me automatically, of course, a slight increase behind the ear. Projecting the hair in a low graduation. Make sure you see your guideline, and you cut no further than your second knuckle. Connecting the sides, distribute the hair slightly to the back, just behind the ear, projecting the hair in a low to medium projection. Make sure you see your guideline, and you cut not further than your second knuckle. In combination with your horizontal layering, it gives you a perfect match. Now on the other side, we mirror our technique. Our body position stays the same and our fingers are still facing the ceiling by taking vertical partings. Take a little bit of your previous guideline with you, and this side is technically a little bit easier because my guideline will be behind my section. Make sure you see it. There we go, low projection, and connect it to the lower nape area. Use a mobile design line, traveling guide, to follow the curve of the skull. Looked at that beautiful shape. After creating that fringe, the square layering, the low graduation, this is the ridge line. The last thing what you still have to do is, after creating the square layering at the top and the low graduation in the back, there will probably be a corner in this point, and we like to connect this to the square layering. So you always cut from short to long and with the guideline. So that means I have to position myself on the other side, and that gives me a good look on what I have to connect. Bring this hair up to the ceiling, and yes, there's that little point you want to remove over there. A few hairs. Take this, we point cut it away. We automatically connect now the square layering from the top and the low graduation from the back. How are we going to follow the curve of the skull? Simply by pivotal partings. Work from the center point, and we take a pie-shaped partings to connect the last little corner. So you see the end result of the vintage frame in the vintage collection of Farouk Systems for this autumn-winter 2020. Important, the fringe, a little bit inspired by the 70s. Middle part, you see the beautiful back flip by that beautiful technique what we showed you. The square layering gives you that body, and if you take a look to the lengths and ends, it's a low graduation. A lot of movement, flexibility, and a lot of styling option. My favorite products before I use the hot tools of Farouk Systems is to use the rapid shine from the Ultimate Control. Keep it away about 30 centimeters. You get that beautiful rapid shine, and what you can see, it's really silky. It's not making the hair oily or heavy, but as you can see, it's a very lightweight. It's a sort of leave-in, but automatically it gives you shine. And how can you create the shine into a leave-in? There where it comes in our hot tools. And I'd like to introduce to you our new Chi Lava 2.0, made in Germany. So it's made in Germany. What you can see is we have lava blades, very extended, very long ones, and the lava powder gives you that beautiful look and shine in the hair. So what you do, use the rapid shine, take your lava iron and just bring the hair in the model you like to achieve. Automatically what's happening now, you're pressing the silk in between the cuticle of the hair, and that gives you that beautiful shine and condition in the same time. Thank you for watching. My name is Patrick Kalle, International Business Development for Farouk Systems, and I hope you like the vintage collection. Have a nice day.